EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Russell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Russell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long. It's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Russell, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Russell, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try the left side. Russell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And he returns this to the 22. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Snap comes at 1. He has it complete to Christian Watson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit. But it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 3rd down, it's Russell, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He got 29 yards that time.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the block.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They're quickly out wide. This is Watson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And complete once again to Watson. Touchdown! Christian Watson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
97 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields now to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now Jones. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Rodgers buying time to his left. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half. Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. On second down now, it's Russell. And some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Fields. He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Fields throwing again. Steps away to his left. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tyler Boyd, 32 yards. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch. And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
He hits Mooney going across the middle. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
To throw again on second down, Fields. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. They go back to the ground with Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Jones again, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the left side. Russell. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 141 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On second down, it's Russell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On second down now, it's Russell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. What's good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's got room at the 30, and they'll work this down inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now on first down. Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's Fields. And right side, Henry's got it. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their route.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And they will score. Pick six for a Bears touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. To the sideline, and he's got it. Feeder down, yes. The line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Rodgers again now. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Off play action. Fields locates Mooney on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Russell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On second and goal, Fields. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And now here is another interception.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand.
It's caught at the 10. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Rodgers going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Being chased out left. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Chicago, they begin